Hello everyone, I hope you're doing well and having a wonderful Monday. And I hope to all the mamas out there that you had a wonderful Mother's Day yesterday. Really appreciate and celebrate everything moms do. You are truly the unsung heroes of the world, and we really appreciate you. So I do hope you had a really great day yesterday. And thank you so much for joining. This is my second to last segment of Smart, Happy, Strong Kids, and I'm really excited to be here today, and thank you so much to the Stigma-Free Society. I really am grateful for you and for having me back to do these fun Facebook Live events. And I think we're on YouTube Live today too, which is pretty cool as well. So if you are new to this Facebook Live event, and if you don't know much about the Stigma-Free Society, they are a Canadian registered charity that aims to reduce the stigma of mental health of all kinds, and they promote mental wellness education for youth while providing resources for educators, school counselors, and parents and guardians. The Society's goal is to create awareness of the various stigma that exists in the world, develop an understanding of the challenges that numerous people face, and encourage people to foster acceptance of themselves and others. So to learn more, visit stigmafreesociety.com. They have amazing resources, tools, and they have speakers, really amazing speakers that can even zoom into your schools or your classrooms, whatever it may be, and speak more about mental health and stigma-free. So I would really encourage you to check them out, and they have lots of amazing resources that anyone can really use. So I do encourage you to check out their website or their social media channels. Their Instagram, Facebook, whatever it may be. So this segment for Smart, Happy, Strong Kids, we're going to be looking at something called My Future Self. We're going to be doing a little visualization activity where you're going to get a chance to picture yourself in the future. And we are going to talk a little bit about what skills are you hoping you have in the future, what values do you hope that you continue to practice in the future, and different things like that. So really thinking about your future self and how our visualization of our future self can help us set some goals. They can help us really kind of get excited about maybe some passions or interests that we want to explore, and how actually thinking about how we even want to feel in the future can help us really promote some positive emotions within us as well. So in true Smart, Happy, Strong Kids fashion, we are going to be starting off with a little bit of downtime. And what we're going to be doing for downtime today is we're going to be doing some deep breathing just to get our brains ready to go in some learning mode. And after we do some deep breathing, we're going to do a little emotions check-in drawing activity today. It is going to be spring related, and some things that bloom up will be your hint of what we're going to be doing. And then after we do a little bit of downtime, we're going to kind of transition into our main activity, which is also a little bit of drawing and a little bit of writing as well. And then we're going to move back into some ending downtime where we're going to do a couple deep breaths. And then we are going to talk a little bit about what the next section is going to look like. So what we're going to be doing is, if you're anything like me and you had a day where you were just sitting down at the computer, or maybe you were sitting in the desk in the classroom, we're going to stand up today and we're going to do a little bit of rainbow breathing, just to kind of get our bodies moving around. So first we're going to stand up, and make sure if you are doing these exercises, be gentle with yourself. You can just take them nice and slow, especially if you're new to any of the deep breathing exercises that we do. Always feel free to just follow along with me if you haven't done them before. So first things first is we're going to take a stand. We're going to stand up. And if you've done rainbow breathing with me before, you are going to be standing in mountain pose. So your hands are going to be giving me kind of a low high five. All right. Awesome. So we're going to stand nice and tall. You can even kind of stretch to one side, stretch to the other side. Really get, your body moving. And then what I want you to do is take a big deep breath up. And slow exhale down. Awesome job. Okay, we're going to do that 2 more times. So take a big deep breath up. And a slow exhale down. Fantastic. Okay, we're going to be doing that one more time. Try to make it this your biggest breath of your day. Take a big deep breath up. And a slow exhale down. Awesome job. And you can slowly sink back into your chair. There we go. Hopefully everyone can see me a bit better there. So 3 rainbow breaths for arms, the deep breathing, whatever it may be, can really help your brain settle down. And that can actually make you feel a lot more calm, make you feel a lot more relaxed, and it can help you feel ready to learn and ready to focus. Thing about deep breathing, it's one of our powerful tools that we have. We breathe every day, but when we take 3 deep breaths, it can really signal a lot of amazing emotions and signals to our brain. The next kind of stretch we're going to do, just to kind of make sure your body is feeling nice and ready to go, is we're just going to take our right hand and we're going to stretch it across to the left side. You can just gently do a nice arm stretch. You can wiggle your hands, move your hands around. Great. And we're going to bring our right arm back down, and then we do the same thing with our left hand. We're going to bring our left hand to the other side. Just give it a stretch. Wonderful. Now we're going to take our arms and we're going to be doing some circles. We're going to do some circles to the front. For another 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Awesome. Now we're going to be doing the same thing, but we're going to be going backwards. So keep your arms up. Remember, when you activate your body, you activate your brain. So the more active and energized we can get, the more energy we'll actually have. For another 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Awesome job. I want you to give yourself a big bear hug. Great. And what I want you to do is close your eyes. Take one more deep breath in. Sigh out the mouth. Whew. And what I want you to do is, with your eyes closed, you can ungrip your bear hug if you like, or you can keep giving yourself a bear hug. But with your eyes closed, I want you to just think of one thing that made you feel really positive today. What was one thing that happened in your day that made you feel really great? So I'm going to give you 10 seconds just to visualize that thing that happened today that made you feel really good. All right, we're going to take another deep breath in through our nose. Slow exhale through the mouth. And you can open your eyes. Awesome job. So that feeling of feeling good, I want you to kind of think about that a little bit more. And what did you do today that made you feel positive? Or what did you do today that made someone else feel positive? Because that's another important thing too, is sometimes when we want to feel good, or we also want to make others feel good as well. So kind of thinking about what made you feel good today. That's kind of part of our emotions check-in, and really thinking about different emotions that we really want to help grow. So my hint in the beginning was something that grows out of the ground. So our emotions check-in that we're going to be doing today, you're going to need some markers, and you're also going to need some paper. And or if you have a gratitude journal or a journal that you like drawing or writing in, you're more than welcome to use that as well. So while you're getting your materials ready, I'm just going to explain a little bit about this emotions check-in and what we're going to be doing with our emotions check-in. So I was out for a walk yesterday. It was a beautiful day yesterday, and I was in my garden and really kind of looking at all of the beautiful flowers that were starting to grow, all of the grasses that were starting to grow. And with spring is one of my favorite seasons because of the growth and the things that are growing and changing, and so much more colors, and me feel really positive. One thing I thought of was, well, what are some emotions or what are some feelings that we could help grow within us? What are some emotions or things that we want to continue to bloom and share with others and help them make them feel good as well? So that's going to be kind of our emotions check-in today, really thinking about our positive emotions and our emotions that make us feel really great. And it could also be the emotions that don't make you feel the best at all. But maybe in that terms of if you want to grow within those emotions, maybe that's something that you want to learn on how to manage a bit more. So remember, there's no such thing as a bad emotion. All emotions are important for us to feel because they signal to our brain and body that, hey, something maybe isn't right, or hey, this actually feels really good, so maybe I should continue doing this, or maybe I should, share this activity I enjoy with other people to help make them feel good as well. So what we're going to be doing on our piece of paper is I would love for you to maybe just draw some grass. You can draw a garden too. But we're going to start thinking about the emotions that we want ourselves to bloom. So I just drew some grass. And then what you can do is you can draw, and it doesn't matter, they could be any size you want. But I'm going to draw 4 different size flower stems. And you can make these as detailed and as creative as you'd like. Just kind of doing a pattern here, big and small. Okay, great. All right. So I just drew a couple stems, just like that. Just 4 stems coming out of the grass. And so you can do the same. You can choose 4, 2, 3, whatever number you'd like. I chose 4 for today, thinking about 4 emotions that make me feel really good. And then I want to continue to try to grow within myself and to bloom and to really try to find ways and strategies that can help me feel more of these emotions. So, where did my markers go? There they are. Okay, I'm going to choose a couple different colors for my flowers, and you're more than welcome to do the same. Or if you wanted to stick with one color, you are more than welcome to do that too. It is your drawing, and you can be as creative as you like. So, the first emotion for me that I want to continue to bloom and try to find ways that I can show this emotion more, feel this emotion more, and share this emotion more with other people is love. I think that is one important emotion that I would love to show, share, and feel all the time. So that is one emotion to me that I would love to continue to bloom. So I put my emotion in the middle of the flower. And now I'm going to draw the petals of my flower around that emotion. And you can be, again, as detailed and as creative as you would like to be. All right, so that is my first emotion that I would love to grow and bloom. What is another emotion or feeling that you would love to grow or bloom within yourself? You can put that on your first flower here. Okay, the second emotion for me that I feel I would love to continue to find ways to show, share, and feel this emotion is, there's a lot, so what should I put down here? I'm gonna put down excited or joy. I guess that would be another great way of saying it too. Excited or joy. I love the feeling of being really excited to try new things, excited to explore new passions, new interests. So that is one thing I'm really hoping to do over the summer months and even the rest of the spring is try some new hobbies and do some new things that can make me feel really excited and can provide me an opportunity to even learn some new skills. And then hopefully be able to share those skills and those things that I've done with other people. Okay, and you will see by my flower drawings that these definitely don't need to be perfect. Okay, so that was my next feeling that I hope that I can bloom, is feeling excited or excitement. That is one thing I love to feel. Another emotion that I would really love to continue to bloom for myself is, I'm going to put down an emotion that might seem to people a bit negative, but this is one emotion that I've been always trying to work on, and I don't see it as a bad thing, but I see it just as a thing that could really help me kind of figure out some skills and some strategies that I could do to even improve this emotion even more. I'm going to let you think about it and take a guess at home what you think it could be while I finish drawing my flower. Worry. So I'm a worrywart. I'll admit it. A self-proclaimed worrywart. I worry a lot. And I find that is one emotion that sometimes is really hard for me to manage. So I know that emotion is probably going to be something that I continue to feel throughout my life. And I'm okay to let that emotion grow, but I want it to grow in a way where I'm able to manage and handle it. So finding some strategies like deep breathing, or doing emotion check-ins like this, even recognizing that I feel worry sometimes, I'm already growing and blooming in different ways. So even instead of worry, sometimes I really try to think more positive. So, and trying hard not to worry, I also try to think of things that can really kind of help me get out of that worried state and have more of a positive mindset. So I put down worry because it is one emotion that I do feel, and it is one emotion that I'm always continuing to work on. So you can always put down one of the emotions too that might always be perceived as a bad or a negative emotion. Again, we don't have bad emotions. Emotions really, again, signal to our brain and body that something doesn't feel right, or that you need to kind of work on some strategies to help you overcome that emotion in a positive way. And so then my last emotion that I want to continue to bloom and grow within myself is gratitude. That is one important emotion for me that I always feel so great when I'm able to show and express my gratitude towards other people. But I also feel really great when people show and express their gratitude towards me as well. I also feel great when I contribute to my community, and I feel great when I'm out in nature and I really can kind of reflect on the things that I am grateful for. So really doing more things that can help me feel more grateful, but also more things that can help me contribute more to my society, really demonstrate my gratitude towards other people, and my community, I think, is something I want to continue to grow and explore and bloom as well. So I have a very wide variety of emotions that I want to grow and bloom and change and continue to work on. From love, excited, worry to gratitude. So what emotions are you looking to grow or bloom within yourself? Or what emotions are you looking to continue to work on? So if you didn't get a chance to finish this emotion check-in, you are welcome to continue on with it later. This will be on YouTube, so you're always welcome to pause this activity at any time. But this is a great reflection for you to think about the emotions and feelings that you want to continue to show, feel, express. Also the emotions and feelings that you may want to, that you recognize that you do feel, that you want to continue to work on as well. Okay? So it could be both for you. But just kind of recognizing that you feel these emotions are really, really important. Okay, great job. So, my future self. The main kind of aspect of our session today is looking at what do you want to be in the future? What do you want to feel? How do you want to act? What do you want to do? Where do you want to live? What occupation do you want to have? So really kind of thinking and visualizing who you want to be in the future. that is a really important visualization tool because it helps us set goals, and it also really helps us understand our pathways. Where do you want to go? What do you want to do? Now, we don't need to have that set in stone. And that is one thing I actually really learned going throughout my life, is that pathways are always changing, and who you are in the future is going to change too. Your characteristics, your experiences, things that you want to do will constantly change, and that's the great thing about it. So one thing that we're going to be really kind of looking at today and kind of really visualizing, again, is more of those feelings and emotions and possibly experiences that you want to have in the future. By visualization, we're really actually acting out some scenarios and experiences in our mind, which can help us figure out how to solve problems. It could also kind of give us an idea on some obstacles we could face. And it could also really help us figure out certain pathways, passions, interests, or other things that we actually want to try or explore maybe now or a little bit later on in our life. So I've met some children and adults who really visualize kind of their future self, where they see their self tomorrow, a month from now, a year from now, 5 years from now, and really kind of giving them an opportunity to think about some of the things they want to continue to grow and bloom and add to their life that can provide them value, can make them feel passionate, provide more interest and skills, and giving them an opportunity to really grow and change as a person. Because that's the kind of cool thing, is that we can always change, we can always find new interests, and we can always grow our skills. Our brain has neuroplasticity, so we're always able to shape and mold our brain no matter what age you are. So that is always an important thing to remember, is that you're never too young or too old to learn a new skill, and that when you are young, we get asked the question, what do you want to be when you're older? It's okay if that changes. And it's okay if your pathway changes or your ideas about what you want to do in your future self change. But just the action of visualizing it, thinking about some goals that you have for yourself, and thinking about some pathways or interests that you want to possibly explore in the future, is just a really important skill to kind of help you strategize, plan, organize some ideas that you may have for yourself. It can be kind of exciting to think about the future and possibly what you want to do and where you want to go, when you want to travel, or be, or experience. So that's what we're going to be doing a little bit today. So we're going to be doing a drawing or writing activity. You can totally decide how you want to do this activity. But one thing that we're going to be doing is kind of starting our brainstorming. So I'm going to split my paper into 4 different sections. If you've been in one of my activities before, you know I like to do this, splitting my paper into 4 different sections. Okay, so just like this. It's always a great organizer for your thoughts, to kind of get your thoughts out. So the first thing we're going to be doing for a visualization is just taking a moment to close our eyes, and then we're going to be taking 3 deep breaths. And I'm just going to ask you a prompting question while your eyes are closed. And what I want you to do is you're going to make a mental image in your mind, and you're going to visualize your future self and thinking about the prompt that I provide for you. So the first prompt I'm going to provide for you is, how do you want to feel in the future? So what's an emotion or feeling that you want to feel in the future? Okay, so that's one prompt. Another prompt that we're going to be kind of exploring is, what do you want to do in the future? What are some things that you want to do? Again, tomorrow, a month from now, a year from now, 5 years from now. What are some things you want to do or experience? Another prompt that we're going to be looking at is, where do you want to be? Where are some places that you want to go and explore? And another thing is how do you want to contribute? What are some ways that you really want to contribute and give back to your community or your family or whatever it may be? Okay? So we're going to take a second just to close our eyes. Take a deep breath in. Exhale out. And prompt number 1 again was, how do you want to feel in the future? If you can envision your future self a year from now, 5 years from now, or even as a grown-up adult, what do you want to feel? Okay, I want you to open your eyes, and I want you to write that emotion or that feeling down. So the first one that came to my mind was happiness. That's one thing I want to feel is happy all the time. Today, in my present and my future. But that is one thing that I want to continue to feel is happy. So thinking about how you want to feel and what emotions you want to show in the future. Okay, next one. Close your eyes, take a big deep breath in. Exhale out. And I want you to visualize your future self. And what do you want to be? What do you want to be? This could be a career, or this could just be anything that you want to be in your future. I want you to actually picture yourself in those shoes. What do you want to be? Okay, you can open your eyes, and I want you to write that down. What did you choose, or what do you want to be? For me, I would say my main thing is I love being a mentor, a coach. I love being passionate. And I love being a teacher. Those are all things that I am currently, but also want to continue to be even in the future. So what do you want to be? So that could be a hobby or a job, or it could also be a career pathway. It could be anything that you really want to be. It could also, again, be an emotion or feeling too. Okay, last 2. All right, close your eyes again. I'm going to take a big deep breath in. Exhale out. Where do you want to go? Where do you see yourself going in the future? Let's imagine if you could travel anywhere you want. Where would you want to go? What would you want to do there? Okay, open your eyes. Now you can either write or draw that place in this box here. Where do you want to go? What are some things you want to experience in your future? I've always wanted to travel to Europe. I feel like that would be a really amazing experience. I want to do the Tour de Mont Blanc trail and do a big long hike. I think that would be a really awesome thing I would love to experience one day. So that is on definitely my future goal list to be able to do. So what would you want to do? Where would you want to go? What would you want to experience? And think about why you would want to do that. All right, great job. And now the last box, the last thing we're going to think about for our future self, how you want to contribute. How do you want to give back to your communities? So again, we can close our eyes. Take a big deep breath in through our nose. Slowly breathe out the mouth. And how do you picture yourself volunteering, helping, showing your gratitude, or contributing in any way to your community? What are some problems you even want to solve? How do you see your future self giving back? Okay, you can open your eyes. And you can draw that in your last box, or write it down, whatever you like. One thing I want to do to continue to kind of contribute and give back to my communities is volunteer more. I feel like I could see my future self doing some more volunteering in the future. I also am really passionate about the environment and sustainability, so kind of really thinking about different ways that I can continue to be more sustainable, care more for my environment, and give back to nature and the world around me is something that I want to continue to do in my future self as well. So what did you visualize for your future self? What did you want to feel? What do you want to be or do? And where do you want to go? And how do you want to contribute? What are some ways that you want to give back? We would love to hear your answers or kind of see what you created. So feel free to tag the Stigma-Free Society on Instagram, or you can share your comments under this video below. Parents, adults, whatever it may be, we'd love to hear from you. How do you visualize your future self too? Kids as well. Okay, so we're going to end with our Dolphin Kids mantra. We're going to take a big deep breath up. We're going to exhale, put our hands on our heads, and you can say, I'm smart. Bring your hands to your heart and say, I'm happy. And show me your muscles and say, I'm strong. Awesome job. Thank you so much for participating with me. I look forward to seeing you in a couple weeks. I think we're going to be back on May 31st. So I look forward to seeing all of you, and thank you so much for participating today, and have a wonderful rest of your week. Take good care, and hope to see you soon.